Oh my gosh. Hello, Marlena.
Hi, how are you?
I am so excited. And I am so excited to be here because we're going to talk about an event you're having next weekend.
Yeah, I am super excited. I can't wait. So June 6th and 7th.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. So, and the people in the room, if they don't know you, who is Miss Marlena? Share
Well,
with
my
us.
name is Marlaina Williams. I am a registered nurse and a holistic healthcare practitioner. And I also have started Creative Fire Alchemy. I'm the founder of Creative Fire Alchemy, as well as Alchemy the Sacred, which is a nonprofit for women of sacred service. So veterans, first responders, and healthcare workers. And so we utilize holistic healing tools like yoga and natural plant medicines and somatic work and food, of course, to help them heal.
Food, of course. I love
Food,
it.
of course.
Um, Food, of course. We love good food. Food
Love
to
food.
fuel, right?
It is. It is definitely the fuel.
Absolutely. So we have an event next weekend, the 6th and 7th. And can you tell us a little more about it? Like, what is it? What are you
So,
doing?
ooh, I'm so excited. So we are building and putting on a Lakota sweat lodge. So I have an elder flying, a friend of mine flying from Colorado, and he is a Lakota elder, and he is going to lead the build, teach us how to build it. We'll learn like all the traditions, like the stories, the prayers, like what we do and why we do it. And then he will lead the first sweat in it and kind of teach me how to pour sweat. And so I'm super excited.
It's so exciting. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And I just do. I wish I was closer to New York. We're just all sorts of the best timing, obviously, but I'm gonna come to the next one. I know I'm gonna be at the next one. Okay, so we're
Absolutely.
gonna talk a little bit about this because I am a novice. I have never been in a sweat before. So if you don't mind, can I ask you a couple questions so that we can like let other people know what to expect at this awesome
Sure.
ceremony and event?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. So first of all, Marlena, you have a beautiful area up there in New York area, right? You have a lot
Mhm.
of land. You have an amazing space that you've created so far. And what inspired you to build this sweat lodge?
Well, I think my inspiration has kind of been kind of leading up to this point, I guess.
Mhm.
Everything I've experienced has kind of, shifted and changed and has expanded my consciousness and my awareness and my
Mhm.
spirituality in ways that has kind of led me to each episode, I guess, of life. And I have done a couple sweats, actually three of them, I think now. Two of them in Colorado, which is where I met George. And we had, done a sweat together. And I had told him, about the geodome and, what I'm, hoping to, cultivate here. And so we were in the sweat together. And when he came out, he's like, your house like almost like a white color. And I go, yeah, I mean, it's like this really, 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 really light gray. It's like very, very close. He's like, you got a big back feel, like back area in your behind your house. I go, yeah. He goes, I saw it in my vision. We'll have to build a sweat. We can build a sweat there. And I was like, done.
You're like, sign
Done.
me up. When can you
Sign
fly
me
in? Yeah.
up. Like, let's do this. And so that was back in 25. And so we've kind of been like talking, just kind of cultivating until the right time. And um, yeah, so it's coming. And he'll be here June 3rd, and they're going to stay for about a week, and we'll kind of gather all the things. Anyway, so that's a long story to tell about the sweat. And so we will be holding it here and we'll build it on one day. So on June 6th, we will already have like all the gathering stuff here. And then everybody will kind of come in. And like I said, we'll learn all about why they do it, the traditions, the songs, all of the things, and put it together and like really, be together in community.
That is amazing. Beautiful. And I'm so glad you did. You did just sneak in there that you had a dome in your backyard as well, that you'll be hosting other events in. And I'm
Yeah.
sure I can see yoga and all the things. And through the
Oh,
window,
absolutely.
won't it be facing the same direction? So through that window, will you see the lodge behind there? in my
You won't
visual. I'm
see it like right dead on, but you can see the because it almost there's like a little cutway that leads back to these
okay.
two almost like crop circles, right? So for some reason, there's these
Yes.
round areas where things have not really grown up. I mean, grass grows, but and so that I thought was kind of because it kind of like comes in and then opens up. So it's almost like it's a little hidden space back there. And
Hmm.
so that's going to be where it is. I think it's kind of perfect back there. And so you can kind of, you might be able to see the top of it, maybe not so
Hmm.
much in the summer, but in the
Maybe.
winter.
That'll be so pretty. I love
Yeah.
it. So look out for future events held in the Geodome because that's going to be a
Yeah.
beautiful experience as well. So, who was this experience for? Who was this? Because just who was it for? Who is the ceremony for?
I think the ceremony is for everybody who comes, right? Like, because it happens with exactly the people that are supposed to be there and it's supposed to happen with, and it's just the way that the universe works. And so the people that are meant to be there will be carried through to that space, whether it's, through watching this video or hearing it from a friend or, whatever it is, that right ear will hear it.
Mhm.
But I think it's for people that maybe want to just learn more and want to feel connected to something that's bigger than themselves and learn about a culture that, for so long, everything's been kind of like, in the last generations, just kind of, fighting against each other, kind of wounds healing. And now to kind of see this cultivation of like oneness and like, does it matter that I'm some random white girl that has really no native blood in me, but at the same time, I am them, they are me, like we are one. Right. And
Mhm.
so being able to actually like show that and cultivate that and like be part of their tradition and not feel like that I'm less than or different than any of that. So I think that's kind of really cool.
It is, and I love the building connection because this is going to be a beautiful experience of connection and release, and just slowing down and making space for what is possible to come into your vision. Um, okay, so next question. What would you say to somebody who feels called to attend but has never participated in a sweat before?
I would say always follow your instinct. Right. So if you have this like this thing that's saying, hey, like try it, but you have also this little guy on the side that says, maybe that's not for you. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to, feel that uncomfortable feeling. But you know what? There's something in that uncomfort because past that is like this beautiful expansion of you getting to experience something new. And when you follow that, it's like this, it's like the lotus flower. It's just, it expands your consciousness, expands your experience of this world and makes it just a little bit brighter.
So what I hear you saying is we don't have to be experienced in attending sweats or build. We can be like, this sounds super cool. I am so interested in learning this. Or maybe I'm in the area
Hmm.
and I just would love to learn more. Or maybe I
Yeah,
just need
or
a
experience it.
self-care day
Yeah,
and experience it.
absolutely. If you have something
Perfect.
heavy
Okay.
that you're like ready to get rid of and you're like ready to maybe step closer to that whatever it is, God, creator,
Mhm.
universe, energy, I don't care what you call it, like it is what we're kind of the purpose is to kind of connect to that, whether it's your higher
Beautiful.
self or it's the universe or whatever.
Beautiful. So what makes so you said it's a 2-day event.
Mhm.
So just bring clarity in. So what is different about the build day versus the actual ceremony day on Sunday?
So the build day will be from 9 a.m. till like when it's complete. And so if you have the option, you can go to the build day alone,
Mhm.
and not attend the sweat, or you can, or you go to both. Like you can't not build the sweat and then attend the sweat. So, because that's part of the experience and it's part of, the
Mhm.
connection. And so on Saturday be 9 to like whenever we kind of wrap it up. And so we'll have a communal lunch together. So everybody brings food in that they can share with everybody else. We have the ionizer here. So we have some amazing pH water.
Living
And
water. Yep.
so, yes, living water. And so we'll have all the things that we need to kind of keep ourselves hydrated. So bring, if you want to bring tools and then label them, of course, so you don't lose them. And then obviously, like, wear comfortable clothes and gloves if you have
Mhm.
them, things like that. And we'll like actually be able to experience like why each each pole goes in and we'll give a prayer to the earth and, and then start to actually like learn the whole tradition.
That's going to be
Yeah.
beautiful. And I think that's going to be the best part. And honestly, friends, if you're watching this video, it only happens once. You only build the lodge one time. So
Hopefully.
I just think this is such a unique spiritual experience to really build something
Mm.
that's going to be used in ceremony for so many years to come. I just think that piece of it is just so special. So yeah, I'm so glad you clarified that. My
Oh,
next
we should probably tell
question.
you about Sunday though.
Oh
I
yes,
just
what?
told you about
Yeah.
Sunday. I totally forgot about the sweat. So the sweat, okay. So the sweat comes in at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And so I would want everybody to fast because it's going to be
Mhm,
warmer in there, obviously, but definitely hydrate.
mhm,
Electrolytes are really important. Make sure you kind of bring some with you, bring a change of clothes with you, and a towel. I got some rugs donated for us to sit on in the lodge. But like having a towel just to kind of cover your mouth will be very helpful. I am so grateful George told me that the first time I went in because sometimes they don't tell you.
yeah.
And
All
so
the
it
That's why
can be
we're
a
having
little
this conversation,
shocking.
right? We get to know, or we want to be in the
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And so females, women, we have to wear skirts, long skirts, and you can wear a short sleeve t-shirt. Men can wear just shorts. And so not progress, but you know what? We follow tradition, and just to learn, and it's like it's kind of a cool experience, because we were never really
Mhm,
made to like get dressed up any certain way to do anything specific. I mean like
mhm.
getting dressed up to go to a wedding or, something like that. But I feel like this is a different type of like tradition that's kind of a cool experience to
Mhm.
be part of.
So how long will the ceremony last on Sunday? The sweat, the actual sweat.
So the actual sweat itself can be about hour and a half. I mean, I'm just guesstimating. Like depends on how quick the doors go. Because we'll
Mhm,
sing, each door, will be a specific theme, like prayers for ourselves, prayers for others,
mhm,
invitation, all that good stuff. So that kind of depends. And we'll be asked, other people will be asked if they want to share or say out a prayer or, sing or drum or whatever is called to them, so that kind of depends.
mhm.
But afterwards, after we get done, everybody will change and then we will have a communal lunch. And
Okay.
so that way, so bring food on Sunday as well, because that's how we're gonna, exchange. There's no cost, obviously, it's donation based. So like food and blankets, I really could use some blankets because what they do is they'll take the trees, tie them together and then the old blankets we put on it to keep the heat in, and then a tarp over the top. So we're, utilizing things that are already here, not creating more, um, trash and stuff like that. So we're just trying to
Environmental. Yep.
utilize what we have. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the communal lunch afterwards is literally is creating connection and bonds and more of that integration of what y'all just went through.
Mm.
And that
Yeah.
beautiful experience and a great time to like talk about experience and
Mhm.
maybe even get some resources or book the next one. You're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I would love to get on a list of your next events, Marlaina, all those things. And so it's going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm very
So
excited.
what kind of transition or feeling are you hoping that this experience, the ceremony, this build will create for the people that when they leave in the weekend?
Well, I'm hoping there's going to be a few.
Mhm.
I think my camera's scared of me. It's going away now, but it's coming back. I think there's a few things that I kind of want people to kind of cultivate. Is, you know, belonging, belonging to other humans and connecting in a way that we don't get to very often. And in just doing that, we release stress, our blood pressure drops, we feel heard, we feel seen, we feel loved, we feel cared for. And that really carries on into like the rest of your week and the people around you. I think another thing I would probably say is release, like just letting go, having the opportunity, because not every time do you have a space that's created just for you to let down all your shit, go to speak,
Mhm.
sorry. But you get an
Mm,
opportunity to let it down, right? And no one's judging you because they're all here to do the same thing. We're all here to like
exactly.
be part of this experience. And like I said, like the right people will be there in the right proportions and exactly made
Mhm.
for that exact moment because it's part of the experience. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And what I feel is, and what we've talked about when we've cultivated this and created the information sheet, if you will, is like, and listening to you having gone through West before and other friends, it's kind of like the getting to the root and remembering maybe even who you were, who
Mm,
you are meant for, what you're meant to do. Just things come um,
right.
in that space that maybe you can't see right now because of all the
Yeah.
environmental chaos, right? I feel like
Right.
the clarity comes in that quiet and in that space
Mm,
of safety.
yeah.
You know, you're like,
Yeah.
well, and before we had talked about it, you really described the sweat, being in the sweat is kind of the
Do you want
womb.
me to describe it?
Yes.
I can totally do that. So like the sweat, the way that we'll build it. I mean, I don't want to give away all the secrets,
Yeah,
because that's part of the experience.
I love it.
But, but what happens is like obviously the dome shape is like the womb of the earth, right? And so we dig down inside of there and take out some of the dirt. Now that becomes the altar outside. And the stones are the grandfathers. The grandfathers hold the wisdom. And so they get heated up and they get brought in and they get put inside the sweat. And then so the like I said, the grandfathers, and then the water is for purification or cleansing. You know what I mean? And so you pour the water over them, releasing what is no longer serving. And then that's what evaporates the all the steam that comes up. So it's a way to like release through heat, because your body is, dissipating and sweating and, detoxing in that moment. But you're also like verbally releasing through song and chants, and physical too. You know what I mean? Like it depends on what's going on in the sweat, just feeling a little uncomfortable sometimes. But at the same time, like you feel like you're moving something through. And sometimes that movement um, in that experience can be a little uncomfortable because otherwise, why would we even be trying to do anything? Because that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Is to begin to feel something again.
Okay, so bonus question and one last question. That was
I
beautiful.
love
Thank you so much for sharing. Because I just love the feeling of that when we had conversation earlier.
it. Mm,
If the lodge could speak to the people who are meant to be there, what would it say?
mm, you're already here. Yeah, because I think it's like a knowing and a calling and a remembering, So it's like they already know they're meant to be there. Their body's calling to it, they're drawn to it for some reason. And so yeah, you're already here. You're welcome.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. I feel like I have so much more clarity about the event. I know that you and I have talked so much in the last several months about this project
Mm,
and the ceremony and what it's going to do and create, the impact and the ripple. But this is just
yeah.
the beginning. So again, bring us back to the when it is, the time, the dates. And
So
then
it's
if
yeah.
want more information around this video, within this event, wherever you're seeing this, there's going to be a button to learn more or to book your to book in and get in RSVP. That's the word I'm looking for, RSVP.
Found
And
it.
then please tell us when you remind us of the dates and time. Everybody that is capable and willing to come to the build is invited to the build. And then we only have a few spots on Sunday. So RSVP soon, but we get to come to both. Like if you want to come to the sweat, absolutely we'll want to see you there. Want to do that, but please come to the build if you're going to RSVP for the sweat. But the build itself, come and be a part of this amazing, unique experience because like we said in this conversation, it's built one time and y'all get to be part of that community and that project and that's it's a ceremony in itself is to build
Mhm.
it, I feel. So
Yeah.
remind us the dates and time and then to
Yeah.
get
And
to know where and more information we get to RSVP and get into the information part.
All right. So it is June 6th and 7th. June 6th is the Saturday, and it's from 9 until whenever it's done. And then Sunday is 9 to 1. But I was going to say, so these are the things to bring. Like, obviously, there's a whole list. So you can RSVP. There's www.creativefirealchemy.com/sweat lodge, I think is the one. We'll put the link in the thing. And that's where you go to RSVP and it tells you all the details, right? Of like what you should bring, like what to expect, those types of things. But donations of blankets, bring food, and then I have water, so no worry about that. And then the other thing is like you can donate like tobacco because you use tobacco as an offering to Mother Earth. And then sweetgrass, which reminds me, I have to make sure I find some of that. I'm gonna write that down right now because I forgot. Um, and then like copal or sage, things like that. And so those will go on the altar as offerings prior to going into the sweat. And we will cleanse everybody before they go in too. So whether it's sage or Palo Santos or whatever, we'll do a cleansing before everybody comes in. Yeah, and women go in first, and they get to go all clockwise around. So yeah, should be fun.
Gosh, this is going to be so fun.
Oh, it's in
You don't
Whitehall,
want
New
to
York.
miss
Wait, look at
this.
the address.
Um,
The thingy.
yes, you got to get more information, get the address. We're going to send everybody on Facebook or social media to Marlena's house.
We
I
don't
don't know if
want
that's a
that.
positive.
I
I don't
know.
know if that's
I'm
a
not
positive
home.
experience.
I'm not home.
Anyway, oh my gosh, Marlena, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that we did this. It gives way more detail. I'm so excited they get to see your face and the emotional connection to this and why you wanted to create it. How important the ceremony means to you, the who is being involved, and how others around you can be involved. Again, this is a free event. You are more than welcome to bring your tool, donate items for the build, bring your own tools, bring amazing food that's going to fuel your body after both ceremonies. We're going to call it two ceremonies.
I like
And
that.
you
I like that
you
idea.
you also can donate to the cause into future events, and you'll get to know all that information as well on the
Alchemy is
Learn More
sacred.
button. So yes, Alchemy of the Sacred.
Throw that
I
out
love it.
there.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much, Shannon. I
Marlena.
love you. And it's always an honor.
Always
Talk to you
beautiful.
soon.